Hi everyone, and thank you for visiting my channel. This is Daria Anne, host of True Voice Unfiltered and founder of True Voice Writing Services, professional storytelling in your authentic voice. So what can you expect when you tune in? Well, I am the author of My Escape from the Sick Care System, a guide to overcoming PCOS, Hashimoto's, and autoimmune conditions with functional medicine. So of course my channel focuses on holistic health topics and functional medicine. But I also interview authors who just share their true voice in a variety of areas. I recently had an author who was a cybersecurity expert. I recently interviewed a woman who is trained in Ho'oponopono, the ancient Hawaiian healing practice. I also recorded 2 episodes on Down Syndrome Awareness Month celebrating my brother Ralph. And in one of those, I interviewed my mother, who has a tremendous true voice story on how she handled that at the age of 28. And it's very inspiring, and also one with one of my siblings, Mark. So I interview people who have a pain to purpose story, who have a story to share with the world. And yes, any authors, but others who are out there doing good things for the world. And as far as my book is concerned, this is part memoir, but it's also part guidebook. It is born of really 5 decades of my life, beginning at the age of 8, going to Weight Watchers and getting fully indoctrinated into the low-fat, calories in, calories out failure of a model, to finally finding functional medicine in my 50s and reaching thyroid and hormone optimization. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's thyroiditis in 2018. It's all documented here, but my book is not just a memoir. It's actually, as I said, a guidebook that includes a guide to online labs, a symptoms guide, a diary to track your symptoms, your food intake, other things, your sleep, mood, energy, and really put a lot of effort into making this book valuable for readers. And one of the main reasons I wrote it was to reach out to other patients or other people like me who may still be suffering, because we are stuck right now with this corrupt health insurance model, right? And health insurance is not designed for us to thrive. And I understand it gets expensive, right? You're paying premiums every month plus whatever your copay is. But what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. I know, I've been there. I went from gynecologist after gynecologist, all on my insurance plan. They all had the same unacceptable answer for me. None of them had a root cause solution. It's a failure of the system, not of these doctors. I want to be very clear that as the daughter of a wonderful man who was a very committed and dedicated general and vascular surgeon who happened to be in the conventional system, this is not a condemnation about doctors. My own father lived by the Hippocratic Oath. He loved his patients loved him. The difference nowadays, though, is that my dad had his own practice, and it's really unfeasible for most doctors to have their own practices today, and that's by design. But that's a topic for my next book, because this is the first in a health trilogy that I am writing. So stay tuned for more on that. But what you can expect from my channel, well, if you're looking for uplifting and inspiring guests and information you can actually use and put into practice to make your life better, then you are in the right place. We are all about authenticity and sharing people with integrity, regardless of their profession. So whether it's a functional medicine practitioner, another patient, a spiritual practitioner, a cybersecurity expert, you'll find valuable information here. And if you want to learn more about me and my ghostwriting services, please visit me at truevoicewritingservices.com, where you'll find out more about my services, writing full-length books, but also SEO optimized blogs, press releases, web pages, lead magnets, email sequences, and other types of content. I have a background in digital marketing. I spent really a total of 10 years in digital marketing as a freelancer and almost 7 years as a content manager dealing with a professional clientele. So used to working in a deadline-driven environment for a very discerning clientele. They've taught me a lot. I've learned so much. I really appreciate it. And now I'm back to doing what I love, which again is ghostwriting, particularly ghostwriting full-length books, nonfiction books mostly, for people who want to leverage their expertise and authority marketing by writing a book. A book is an evergreen brand asset that works for you 24/7. Podcasts are great, and they are also an example of authority marketing. But a book is long lasting, right? Somebody can buy your book today and maybe hire you a year from now. But the fact that you took the time to put your experience and knowledge into a book speaks volumes and attracts your ideal clients versus you having to chase them down. So I highly recommend writing and publishing a book. I also work in collaboration with Michelle Culp, who is the founder of the Bestselling Author Program. You can find out more about her at bestsellingauthorprogram.com, because you don't just want to write a book, you want to have the right publicity, you want proper editing, which I also do, professional formatting, professional and original cover design, and then the right publicity to get it out there, hit bestseller status, and attract your ideal clients. So that's a little bit about me. I thank you all for tuning in. I wish you the best of health, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.